Later today, Pfizer will tell government health officials why it thinks people need a third shot after saying its vaccine appears to be growing less effective over time. I'd like to bring in Dr. Perry Wilson for this discussion. Good morning, doctor. Talk to me about the back and forth, right? You've got the pharmaceutical companies, Pfizer specifically saying you might need a booster. Then you've got healthcare officials from D.C. talking that we don't, not yet. So what are you telling your patients? We're confused. Help us clarify all this for us, please.
Yeah, I mean, welcome to the confusion a little bit. Pfizer says that they have data that suggests that a booster is necessary, but the publicly available data so far seems to suggest that even against the highly contagious Delta variant, the vaccine seems quite effective at preventing certainly serious illness, hospitalization, and death. So the real big question is, what data are they sitting on, and will they release it so we can actually evaluate this? And I will put this out here for your viewers right up front. If the data that they end up releasing is just that antibody levels wane over time, I want to remind everyone that is what is expected. That is how the immune system works. What provides long-term immunity are those memory cells called B and T cells that are able to ramp up antibody production really quickly when you're exposed to the virus again. So if they're going to present compelling data, it's got to be more than just antibody titers. They need to show us something about those memory cells. And if indeed those are falling away over time, then a booster may be necessary. Short of that, I think we're looking okay still.
So what do you say to those who think, well, I mean, it appears that it was rushed to the market, right? And so now we're having maybe this third booster. How do you explain that?
Well, so again, a lot of vaccines do require boosters, but some don't. And it just depends on, the particular vaccine and how your immune system interacts with it. The empirical data we have in terms of breakthrough infections still suggests that there's a very, very low rate of breakthrough infections. And when they do happen, they're not very severe. So, let's see what data they have. I don't think this has anything to do with it being rushed to market per se. It's just the process of figuring out, exactly what a vaccine schedule should be. But I think it's healthy to be a little skeptical about this. Let's, be open about the elephant in the room. It will help Pfizer's bottom line and these companies' bottom line if a booster is recommended. But that doesn't mean that it might not be the right thing to do. But we need the data to help us, evaluate our own skepticism and not veer into cynicism about all of this.
Certainly a very fluid situation as those numbers come out and we get more data. Thank you so much, Dr. Perry Wilson. Appreciate your time.
My pleasure.